Okay, guys, this is Maiku here, playing some Freedom Planet, and I'm joined by Bwarch.
Hello.
And somebody I haven't heard from a while, Lily, aka Pikabread.
It's me. I'm the one.
How you been? I missed you.
Yeah, I've missed you too. I've been good though. I think things have been going pretty well lately.
Yeah, I noticed you've been streaming a lot this week, and I'm
Maiku?
pretty sure you'd like to talk about it.
Yeah, I've been doing a stream every day from about roughly 12 p.m. Central to 6 p.m. Central, and I've been doing that because a good friend of mine, Cinna, also known as Luca or Galactic Blazing, maybe some of you know them as. Yeah, they're a good friend of mine, and they've had some issues getting enough money to pay rent this month. We're very close to raising enough for them, but not quite there. We have about $60 left to go, and if you wanted to do anything to help out, you can go to their Bandcamp. You can buy an album for $4 Canadian or more. Their PayPal page where they accept donations, and they have a Patreon for their art. And if you just want to share this information around, that's great. Otherwise, you can, I think, look at the links that Maiku has scrolling at the bottom there. And if anybody requests, I could put them in chat if you want them to easily be able to find them.
All right, well, thank you very much for that, Lily. And hopefully things will work out for your friend. Anyway, go ahead and skip the intro and get into this game. Of course, I'm playing as Carol.
The best.
I'm still on the fence. Anyway.
You're still on the fence because you haven't figured out her invincibility frames.
Anyway,
I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually seen anything relating to this game at all.
Oh,
Oh my god. It's
All I know
bad.
about it is that it's like, I've heard that it's what Shovel Knight is to Mega Man, Freedom Planet is to the original Sonic games.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see what it'll bring. I know it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, the graphics are impressive and amazing as hell.
It's just like a perfectly designed like Sonic game, but as well kind of like really building upon it, like especially in the fact that like this game is very melee combat kind of focused, whereas you just jump on everything in Sonic.
Right. Okay.
And that's kind of interesting and allows for some interesting little things. And also the bosses in this are not awful, because Sonic bosses are always awful, I've noticed.
Sonic bosses have some problems usually, yeah.
The bosses in here can maybe be difficult and frustrating, but they are, in fact, like very well designed.
Oh. Carol's motorcycle in water turns into a little mini sub.
Yes. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Just pops out like... She just pops out a freaking propeller out of the tailpipe.
That's just impressive to me. Anyway, people in chat, hey Skips, I see you're in there. Hey Micafire, sorry if I'm keeping you up. And Sergeant Whip is there too. How you doing, Sergeant Whip? Oh hey, health.
New and familiar faces all around.
Oh hey, Qtella actually donated to the cause for
yeah, thanks for that.
friend.
All around me are familiar faces.
Worn out places, worn out faces. I actually really like Mad World.
Yeah, I prefer the original Tears for Fears version than the minimalist cover version.
Oh, Maiku, you can just go up. You can just keep on going left. And, like, you'll just go up walls, no problem.
Yeah, well it's kind of... It's not working.
Also, if you have a hard time getting anywhere, you're probably not supposed to be there.
That is usually a good sign, yeah.
Yes, when there's a will, there's a way.
When there's a will, and also the physical ability.
I'm stuck in a bubble.
Oh man, Whip mentioned that there's some new the new Brawlhalla characters out. Oh, I can't wait to try them when I get in the game.
Oh, good.
Is Brawlhalla still getting like actively updated?
It's weekly updates. Every single
Really?
week it's updated.
That's pretty good.
Sometimes with something small, sometimes with something big. Like, they have been amazing with updates as far as I've seen.
If they've been consistently rolling them out every week, that is really impressive.
I mean, like, just in the... Like, I've only been playing for, like, a week or two, and in that time, they've rolled out 2 characters.
Wow. I've been considering trying it sometime, but I'm already so... Like, I've been branching out lately, because I actually haven't been playing very much Smash 4 lately, because my 3DS's battery is, like, dead, and I really need to get a new one. But I've been playing a lot of Rivals of Aether, which I adore, so I'm interested in trying some other Smash-like games.
Okay, so, to give an idea, like, of what you would be getting into, personally, like, it's become my absolute favorite, like, platformer fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it so much more than Smash, in a lot of ways. But at the same time, I have a friend who I got into the game, and he was really into Smash 4, and he's into Rivals of Aether, and he, like, he's addicted to Brawlhalla just because we've been playing it, so he's been playing it with me, but he has been hating it. He hates the mechanics every single time. He's like, you could do this? Why can't you do that? Like Smash! Like, he's been having a hard time, like, really getting into, like, the Brawlhalla mindset and getting away from, like, everything that he learned from, like, Smash. And
Right. I think
Rivals
that's kind of a thing. I hear, like, a lot of competitive Smash players, especially, like, Melee players, have a lot of trouble getting used to other games because there's a lot of Smash-specific tech.
I mean, like, I remember there was this big thing where Mewtwo King, who was a big Melee player, just was a little bit controversial in saying that he would never learn Smash 4 because he didn't want to. Which is kind of interesting because Smash 4 compared to Brawl is actually decent from what I've heard.
Really?
On the competitive side. Like, the competitive scene just hated Brawl because of the tripping and because of, like, Meta Knight being just absolutely OP as hell.
Right. I mean, Brawl has a lot of issues. It also has gliding, which is fairly broken.
Like, some of my favorite things about Brawlhalla, like, first of all, like, the tier list is, like, almost non-existent. Like, the way that they've been updating the game, they've been, like, just slightly tweaking characters' damage values every single week to the point to where, like, everybody is, like, so balanced. And they're all, like, pretty similar to each other because of the weapon system that the game has.
Boss time!
That is a very annoying
boss
boss. That is a very annoying boss. Good luck,
Yes,
because this one took me a while.
yeah, I know. It was taking me a while as Lilac. I was pretty sure it's going to take a long time for me to defeat as Carol. I will learn how to speak eventually. I'm still trying to wake up. Excuse me.
Just remember, invincibility frames while you're doing your special. Anyway, getting back to Brawlhalla. So, you know how in Smash, like, every character has, like, wildly different, like, recoveries and recovery, like, potential, so that you can, like, really recover, like, far distances if you're Kirby, but if you're playing as Ike, you're pretty fucked if you go off the stage. Brawlhalla doesn't have that. Brawlhalla, every single character has the same recovery potential, which is like Kirby's recovery potential.
Really? That's interesting. Because a lot of the Smash balance tends to be characters that are less mobile, have easier recovery, and characters that can fly all over the place generally have an easier time getting back, but have, although reliable, tricky to pull off recovery. Like, for example, Ness or Foxes. Like,
Yeah, I feel
Foxes
ya.
especially is really easy to spike if you know what you're doing.
I personally find like the edge guarding in Brawlhalla to be a lot more interesting because it's not just like a platform; it's like a straight up wall, and you can like do all kinds of like wall climbing stuff on it. You can like slide on the
I
wall.
see. I see.
It's just I love Brawlhalla so much. I hope like I can get like everybody I meet into it, or at least to try it because it's just amazing. And the free to play,
Yeah, I definitely want to try it.
the free to play system is like super duper duper fair. I mean, like you can either unlock all of the characters with in-game gold, or you can just buy them all at sped up like for $20. And you'll get all the characters that are released and all the characters that will ever get released.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And then the only other thing that you can buy in the game is cosmetics, which don't affect gameplay at all.
Edgeguarding is kind of like the basis of most platform fighters. I don't really know where you're coming from, Cut. Because the thing is, when somebody, it's like you either just keep fighting each other until you're both at like 200% and will fly off the stage immediately, or you try to kill someone as fast as possible.
Everybody talking in chat, disrespect all the way, man. There is some dirty, dirty combos I've seen with Brawlhalla. It easy to get into, but hard to master. I love it.
I've never heard anybody say edgeguarding seems dirty. Like, there are some, in some fighting games that I can think of on the top of my head, especially in, like, 8th Rivals, which is, like, still really has some balance issues, there are some nasty spikes. And, like, there are some, like, for example, off the top of my head, Maple's F-Air is, like, if you can get somebody off the stage, especially, like, Edless, whose recovery basically relies on you being able to stand still for a few seconds, they are dead. But in something like Smash, it's just a fundamental part of the gameplay.
Shoot.
Like, if you're playing something like Street Fighter or whatever, obviously it wouldn't make sense, because the goal is to get rid of your opponent's health. But in a game where going off the screen equals death, you want to make the enemy player go off the screen.
It's just two completely different genres at that point. Ugh. Fighting games and platform fighting games. Oh, man.
Are you finished talking about Brawlhalla?
Yeah, being able to recover from one is very satisfying
Damn
as
it.
well.
Skips
I'm
in,
finished. I'll shut up.
Skips in chat talks about my trials and tribulations in Mega Man 1. Because Maiku bought me the Mega Man collection. Thank you very much, Maiku. That's on Steam. And I've been having a little bit of fun with that, but I decided to try and take on Mega Man 1 like fairly early on, and just... God. So there's kind of a reason that the series didn't blow up until Mega Man 2, because Mega Man 1 is god-awful.
Yeah, and also it's
Well,
points-based.
Mega Man 2 is pretty bad, too. But 1 is really bad.
Like, everything is unbalanced, everything, like... If I'm using the weakness against the Robot Master, they die in 3 hits, which is, like, no fun. And if I'm not using the weakness, they die in, like, 100 hits. So I can't make them,
Basically,
like...
well,
I can't
every
make a
boss
decent-
except, like, Electman and Cutman, I think, takes 14 hits from the Mega Buster, right? And, like, the problem is in that game, the weaknesses do too much damage and are generally, like, really badly built for dealing with a boss. And the Mega Man
Got my
like,
first game
series-
over as Carol.
Nice.
Oh no!
It actually doesn't send you back that far, I think.
Yeah, the thing about the first Mega Man game that I couldn't really stand is the fact that it had a point system.
It was just not... But that doesn't, like, affect it at all. Like, it's just kind of there, and I get that it's annoying that it's, like, there for, like, no reason, but...
Yeah.
I mean, like, This was back in the time when like every game was expected to have a point system coming out of like the arcade days, I think. So that's why it had it.
And they realized it was defunct, and then they removed it
For the second one.
Yeah. But, like just the like. Okay, what I really don't like about Mega Man 1 is every boss does like 1/4 to 1/3 of your health bar in one hit. So you either play with the weaknesses or you get fucked.
Oh yeah, it's I just
such a
so
terribly
much.
balanced game. It's truly awful.
Like the only thing that I had a little bit of fun with is that in the finale segment, and I don't know if anybody cares about Mega Man spoilers at this point, 20 years after the game came out, but in the finale segment, like Dr. Wily actually like clones Mega Man, and you have to fight basically like a Dark Link version of yourself. And that was actually kind of fun, because whatever weapon you're actually using is what weapon he uses against you. So you can kind of control, like, based on what you, like, are good against, like, how difficult that fight is. It's still a little bit unbalanced, I think, in the most bullshit way, because he's you, but he does more damage than you for some bullshit reason.
Yeah, that boss is like it's very interesting how it's like I could go on for a while about his movement and your movement, how he reads you and how it affects him, but I won't because that's a bad idea. But I really like that fight, but it's not done the best, and mostly
but
that
it's
comes
so
from the fact
close.
that
Like, it's the kind of thing that makes me want, like, Mega Man 1 to, like, be remade with, like, a modern mindset.
Yeah.
Just rebalance
Have
the
you
game.
tried Powered Up?
I've never even heard of this. What is it? Is it a remake?
Yeah, Mega Man Powered Up is the PlayStation Portable remake. It has 2 extra bosses if you're not playing in its dumb classic mode. The weapons tried to rebalance, but ultimately what happened is that now, like, a different 2 or 3 are the only viable ones. But it's very adorable. The characters are a bit flat, but they are cute as hell to watch the interactions between. There's tons of dialogue. Like, the whole thing is a lot, I would say, easier. It's not perfect, but it is better. And it's not the same experience, but it is a good experience. That's how I describe it.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend trying to emulate it. At least I don't think that many people still really use PSPs, and PSP emulation is actually pretty good.
It actually is. Like, I've tried it out, and it's definitely, like, up there.
For, like, the 4 games that came out on the PSP.
I mean, like, it's definitely better than...
The only game I wanted to play for the PSP was Loco Roco.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
I think I might have heard of it, but was it, that really, like, minimalist aesthetic game?
It's kind of a minimalist game where you're a little, blob of something and you collect other blobs and you get really, really big. Basically, it's kind of a puzzle game. Kinda.
Like, basically, for a little project that I was doing, I ended up, like, booting up, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the PSP, because they also include, like, some other old... I think it's actually the old, like, Symphony of the Night that they include on the PSP game, and it's something else that is the actual base game. But anyway, I booted that up, and I was kind of impressed with the PSP emulator. I mean, like, it's a million times better than, like, the PS2 and the PS1 emulators. Especially the PS2 emulator.
Well, the PS1, I don't know about the PS2, but I know that the PS1 has similar problems to the N64, where it was just built and compiled so sloppily that it makes accurate emulation extremely difficult.
I fucking hate PS2 emulator so much. Like, the games are so finicky, you have to spend, like, 5 hours just setting up, like, one game.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes! Shadow of the Colossus is a pain in the fucking ass to actually set up. And once I finally...
To the people who work... What's, like, the most front-running PS2 emulator right now?
PS2XC or whatever it is. Some kind of frickin'... Let me look in my folder real quick.
Do the devs still work on it right now?
PCS X2 is what it's called.
Oh, okay. So that's like the same one as the. It's like the same devs as the PS1, though, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
No idea why it's worse. Well, I don't even think I like the PS1 one. Well, have I ever played with it? Because I don't have it. I'm trying to think if I've ever used the PlayStation 1 emulator. Maybe I haven't.
Very well with some games and very badly with others. That's what I've heard.
And I mean, like, shout out to, like, Dolphin while we're talking about emulation, because Dolphin is, like, the gold fucking standard.
Dolphin 5.0 came out recently, and it is very good.
I love the user interface. I love how easy it is to load games. Just
it's like it's user friendly and a good emulator. Like they fixed so much for 5.0 and 4.7, or I think 4.3 maybe had been out for like I believe multiple years at that point.
I love Dolphin so much.
Dolphin is really good. The only problem with it is that it has a lot of problems running on lighter PCs. And that's fair enough, because if you're running GameCube games and Wii games, you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, I feel you, Skips. I feel you. Maiku, more like Quiet Ku. Ha 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 ha. Wrecked.
I think it's just because we're talking over you all the time.
Yes. Yes, you are.
I'm sorry.
Skips has a funny freaking anecdote in chat. I remember messaging Doovie while he was playing Brawlhalla with Bwarch, and he only responds with, "You just killed me in game 19 times. What the hell, Skips?" Oh, Doovie gets so mad in Brawlhalla. It's amazing.
Oh no, it's Serpentine.
Oh yeah, you've got a boss going on. How about that, Maiku?
Oh shit.
Problems. Frustrations. Things going wrong.
Yes. God damn it, Serpentine. Yep. Damn it.
And Dolphin has, like... The thing about Dolphin is that it has become, like, legitimately better than just playing the games on the GameCube.
Oh, I didn't even see they got torque. Oh, wow.
Yes, they did. Like, you can, like, upscale, like, all of the games to being HD in Dolphin. You can make them look, like, amazing compared to being on the GameCube. And some games have, like, widescreen support. A lot of them have widescreen support, actually. Like, let me tell you, playing, like, Metroid Prime with, like, a mod that just turns, like, the visor into being, like, a widescreen...
God dang it.
Visor is amazing and incredible, and everybody should try it, except that it's really hard to set up. But...
Yeah. I think the biggest problem Dolphin faces is compatibility issues, and even then, they don't really go far beyond the general... Hey, emulation can be difficult sometimes, problems.
The only Dolphin I know is Flipper.
I'm fond of Echo.
You don't know Echo?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Echo.
I need to play Echo the Dolphin.
I just haven't played Echo the Dolphin very much.
You
Even
shouldn't.
though I do,
it's a terrible game.
That's probably why Flipper came to mind first instead of Echo.
Echo is terrible. I'm specifically talking about the Genesis game.
Yes.
I think that there's a few different ones, but...
His name was Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning. No one you see is smarter than he.
Bwarch can't get past level 2 of Battletoads. I couldn't on stream.
Well, to be fair, Battletoads is awful.
It is.
Whoa,
but
whoa! Don't you dare be dissing Battletoads in my presence!
What?
Don't you dare!
What?
Don't you dare!
Maiku, have you ever beaten Battletoads?
Once.
Bullshit. I don't believe you.
There were save states involved.
Yes, there were.
Okay, then I can believe it. Cheating bastard.
Oh,
that game
God.
is
oh,
insane.
God. My head is so lightheaded right now because of this.
shout out, but if anybody wants to watch some very fun Battletoads videos, you should look up the Battletoads race, hosted by Proton John.
Oh, this is the one with diabetes and, what's his name? Psychedelic Eyeball?
No, not quite. It had, God. I know that Nintendo Capri Sun was there.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple other guys.
I remember he had little achievement pop-ups on his videos.
Yes.
I remember that.
That was a really...
Skips, you aren't even a 90s kid. What are you talking about?
It was a really amazing freaking series that Proton John did. Especially in that it showcased, like, all of the badness that Battletoads had to offer. And they were all pretty damn good at the game. Like, they got way farther than I would ever want to.
Of course they had an infinite live cheat, so...
True. I mean, like...
if you're asking me, that removes, like, the dumbest part of Battletoads, is limited continues and lives.
Yes. Makes it, like, a well-designed game. Well, not a well-designed game, but...
Nothing can make Battletoads a well-designed game. I feel like the life system is so awful in that game. Because, like, imagine a game. Alright, okay.
Oh, great. Now...
Just, like, think about your favorite game.
Uh-huh.
Now, imagine if...
Damn it.
All of, like, the good, like, how do I say, like, as, you know, the whole game teaches you how to cope with its challenges. Imagine if that was gone.
Oh, man. Carol's
Imagine
continuous stream breaks my heart. She's crying. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Your analogy isn't going to work for me, I think, Pichu, because my favorite game is Journey.
Okay, so that doesn't really work. Imagine, like...
Yeah, because Bwarch is just a city boy born and raised in South Detroit.
No! Shut up! God. If I had one wish... God damn it, Maiku. If I had one wish, I would erase Journey from time, the band.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
And make it to where they had never existed so that only Journey would show up in Google search results.
Come on, Maiku.
Come on.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling.
Street lights, people.
Skips is saying I'm not even good at video games in chat. I gotta regain my honor, I guess.
Here we stand. Worlds apart, hearts broken into two.
That's not how you count.
You got the one, and you stated 2 like 3 times. I mean, like, you could have gone to 3.
If you just say the same number enough.
Yeah, I love Journey the video game a lot, and like it's so frustrating to look up like anything about it if you don't put like game as well in the like search term, because it just brings up Journey the band, which is an awful band.
Whoa, okay, now you've crossed the line.
Ooh, that was fighting words.
What you gotta understand is that I really, really hate, like, any band that you probably liked, because just old school bands in general are awful.
Wow. Bwarch, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm hurt.
You started it. Don't go in the fire if you can't handle the heat. Come with me through the fire and flames.
Oh, don't worry, Bwarch. Someday love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you that we've touched and went our separate ways.
I like a band that covered that song because they made it actually interesting.
What? What?
Okay, real talk.
How dare you, Bwarch?
See, I don't have mod powers, but if I did, I would kick Bwarch right now.
You do have mod powers.
I do.
But not over other mods. But there's this animation that you all should look up on, hopefully on Newgrounds, but if you're really, really lazy, you can look it up on YouTube, I guess. And it's called The Raccoons 2. And it features that song covered from Journey, and with a really, really snazzy animation over it. And I love it to absolute bits. And that's the cover that I think is better than the original. But it definitely is a taste thing.
Maybe if it's a bad taste. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I can't believe I have to start finding Serpentine again after I die. This is... God damn it, Serpentine.
It's definitely an endurance little fight.
Yeah, and... I don't have the endurance for it, it would seem.
Queen is okay. Like, I can kind of respect Queen, at least from a vocals standpoint, because they're actually interesting on the vocal side, compared to, like, every other band ever. But at the same time, they're still, like, boring on the instrumental kind of side.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Bwarch, get off of this stream.
Like, my whole thing about, like, just rock and, like, bands in the old days in general is that I like lots of different instruments to be in my music. And if it's just like, hey, we've got a guitarist, a bassist, a drummer, maybe a pianist, and a vocalist, I probably hate that band. Because I'm just sick of that specific set of instruments only being used, when there's, like, a million other instruments out there that you could have fun with.
Bwarch, have you heard of OK Go?
I have.
They're probably my favorite band. Have you listened to mostly like their older stuff, or do you listen to like their more prog stuff?
So I only know them from like the music video sense, because I know
which they are amazing at also.
Because I know they're frickin' there was the big 80s frickin' music video that they got popular for where they were all on treadmills.
Oh, here it goes
The
again.
treadmills is the one that everybody knows. Yeah, here it goes again. Which is a good song, but it's hardly my favorite.
But my personal favorite music video from them was when they did the Rube Goldberg Machine, because
Ooh.
that was a pretty amazing music video in a lot of ways.
Have you seen God, what's the name of the song? The one they filmed in Zero Gravity.
Oh, the most recent one.
The most recent one that they've uploaded, yeah.
I do not believe I have seen this.
What's it Upside Down and Inside Out? They
Yay! Finally to beat Serpentine!
Woo!
For now, at least.
But they went and they flew a parabola. So they actually filmed a music video in Zero Gravity. And it took them many attempts, and it was very difficult, but they did it, and it is very, very good.
In terms of Zero Gravity music videos, I'm personally a fan of the cover of one of Bowie's songs that the actual astronaut filmed in actual space.
Really?
Oh, you mean Chris Hadfield's Space Oddity cover?
Yes! That was a really good music video. Space Oddity, everybody. Yeah, go ahead. Give us a live reaction.
Okay. Let's see.
Although I guess it's kind of hard to watch that on stream, kind of, because then you'd have us muted, but you wouldn't be able to hear the music. I don't know.
That and, you know, the fact that we did a Talk House Sings version of it.
That would be playing in my head the whole time.
Which, guess, features Lily.
Oh, Skips, you've been missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Skips mentions Owl City as well, and Owl City is pretty good. I like Owl City a lot.
The only song I know is Fireflies, though.
That's the one everybody knows.
There's so much more to him than just Fireflies. We gotta get you into more Owl City.
I need to listen more to more Owl City. I know the guy, I think the lead singer is a really cool guy, too.
Hey, Metasomnia's in the chat. Hello, Metasomnia.
Hello, Meta.
How are you doing? Welcome
Hello.
to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
The only way I can do that is by risking my life. Maybe we shouldn't be friends anymore. Carol.
Of course, I like Gautier.
Don't.
I hate their hit.
You son of a bitch.
But I like the Pentatonics cover.
What about the Walk the Earth cover? You know, 5 people, 1 guitar.
She actually
Or is that the one you're referring to?
Are you mad at her?
I think so. Because somebody I used to know was a cover that Pentatonics did that really, like, boosted them into, like, YouTube stardom.
But we're gonna do things.
And it was really good because they're a cappella group. And they sang a cover of Gatti as somebody I used to know and somebody you used to know, I guess. And that was really, really good. Their freaking beatboxer is amazing. Everybody should look up Pentatonics after the show. Not during the show because you're listening to us and we're better
Anyway,
in every
these
way.
are new cutscenes I haven't seen before.
Yeah, this is definitely where things start splitting off and you get some of Carol's like side story.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, it's a long story, so I'll tell you someday if you're good. Come on, let's show Miss Hero Pants how it's done.
Yeah, people in the chat know about Pentatonics. They're really popular.
Yeah, their duet with Stevie Wonder at the Grammy Awards for Maurice White. You know, That's the Way of the World. That was pretty good.
See that one. I saw Stevie Wonder perform with Daft Punk at an award show, and that was
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was the Grammys before. When Daft Punk won Grammys for Random Access Memories, which was freaking awesome.
It was interesting. It was definitely interesting. Random Access Memories is an interesting little album. I have some of my friends who absolutely like hate it. Hate that it got popular as it was.
Sad.
Personally, I'm just sad that like the only thing that people like really know from it is just the main single because there's some really fun songs on there.
Yeah, like Touch. I remember Touch. I mean, they were making it like a true disco album and actually using real instruments this time around instead of just synthesizers. Which I thought was, you know, a novel idea. And it worked. Also having Nile Rodgers behind it, who produced albums for David Bowie and Diana Ross, and, you know, responsible for Le Freak by Chic. You know, freak out!
I think
Say Chic.
my favorite song from Random Access Memories is the least radio friendly, In Contact,
Oh
because
yeah, the final one. Last song on the album.
yeah, because that is a very interesting and fun song. That's just a constant riser. Just from an electronic music standpoint, it's really interesting.
I kind of like Giorgio by Moroder myself. And it kind of brought Giorgio Moroder back into the limelight. Because Giorgio Moroder put out some great electronic music in the 80s.
It always kind of surprised me that Lose Yourself to Dance wasn't played on the radio a lot, because Lose Yourself to Dance is like every bit as good a song as like Get Lucky is. It's in like the same exact style as it.
Well, it's because it has the same performers on it, Nile Rodgers and Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, like I hate like radio hit culture like so much.
Yeah, I don't even listen to the radio anymore.
Hate how they just get like one song from like a performer and they just play that song like over and over and over again.
Because I'll tell you, I used to like the song No Scrubs by TLC when it first came out, and then it got played ad nauseum. I just couldn't stand to listen to it anymore.
And like they especially did it to Pharrell when Happy came out.
Oh,
Because I mean,
yeah.
like, I'm sure that there's a ton of stuff that Pharrell has made that's probably amazing, but they just played Happy over and over again. So I hate radio freaking DJs.
Yeah, I mean it's hurtful to the artist. It's bothersome to consumers, and it's just generally not interesting when there's so much more you could do.
Oh my god, little samurai balls.
Skips is way past Weird Al. No!
Oh no.
Weird Al is amazing.
I appreciate Weird Al, but there aren't that many of his songs that I consistently want to go listen to.
It's kind of funny because Weird Al's work, in my viewpoint, has kind of shifted over into being just cartoon work.
Basically,
because
yeah.
The thing that I know him for as of late was that he guest starred on My Little Pony, and that was a very, very fun cameo.
Oh,
and
I
he's
still
also
gotta see that episode.
It was a really good. It was a really musical episode as well. So yeah, you totally should.
Is it on
but
the
anyway,
fourth season? Because
I believe
I still got to finish watching the fourth season.
And he's also making his own cartoon now. That's coming out, and it's also being animated by the same crew who did Phineas and Ferb, and who just finished off their show. Let me quickly look the frickin' title of the show so people know what to look out for.
Got so jealousy.
Weird Al cartoon.
Okay, Skips, you saw me singing the Smile song on karaoke, and you're asking me if I watched the show? Dude, please.
Alright, so the show that's coming out is going to be a Disney show called Milo Murphy's Law.
No Lynch already posted that.
One step ahead of you.
And Weird Al Yankovic will be voicing the protagonist in that show. Series follows Milo Murphy, who is the personification of Murphy's Law, where anything that can go wrong will go wrong. What a Weird Al show. That might be fun to check out.
That's Weird Al.
Oh, Weird Al. I adored the music video that he put out for, what was it? I think it was actually his parody of, Pharrell's song.
Oh, Tacky?
Yes, Tacky! Oh my god. And then out of nowhere, Jack Black appears in the music video.
Yeah, I mean...
It's always funny, because I always think about, like, the Tumblr post about Jack Black. It's like, you could just see Jack Black anywhere, and it would be...
Oh my god, yeah.
Cool.
It was like, you could see him, like, I could be taken up and probed by aliens, and I could see him just, like, in the background, eating cheese curls. I'm like, yep, classic Jack Black.
Such a great post. And so true. Jack Black always shows up in, like, the strangest places. Like, I saw him in a freaking Skrillex music video, and he was just hanging out in, like, the back room. Can't wait for Skrillex to come out with another album. It's about time.
Well, that makes one of you.
Oh no!
What the?
I shall be right back.
Well, at least it's not the Imperial March this time around. Dun 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 dun.
Good old Star Wars music.
Anyway, how have you been, Lily?
I got my up and downs, but I think I'm doing pretty well as of late.
Well,
Yourself?
I'm doing alright for the most part. Just been trying to get over some stuff I have no control over, so yeah.
I know how it is.
Okay, hey, hi.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
So, I am getting Dairy Queen delivered to me.
Oh, sweet.
You!
Can you
Sorry.
bring enough for the class?
I have not, I'm sorry.
Darn.
You big meanie. After all the stuff I gave you.
So what was I
Can't
talking
even
about?
spare a little bit of Dairy Queen?
What was I talking about when I got interrupted? Does anybody know?
I know, but I don't want to remind you. Because I don't want to hear it.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
Please tell me. My
Yeah,
memory, Maiku.
we talked about the Weird Al show, and then you were talking about Blackjack, and then
Oh, Skrillex! I was talking
damn
about
it!
how I was talking about how I need to get like Maiku into Skrillex because
No.
Maiku.
No,
Okay, listen to me.
no.
I guarantee you, the stuff that you have heard is not all that Skrillex is. I can show you some stuff that you would think is pretty cool.
Okay, that reminds me of one of these Joe characters that I just died to. Blah, 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 blah. I will learn how to speak. God damn it! My English is sucking so bad. And it's my only language too.
Today either.
Because everybody knows like the really, really abrasive, like loud and obnoxious Skrillex songs, but they don't know like his other stuff. And he's done like quiet stuff. He's done acoustic stuff. He's done lots and lots of different genres.
Hey, I'm rolling down a barrel. God damn
You're
it.
rolling down a barrel. Look at you go.
Okay.
But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if Skrillex is going to put out a new album anytime soon,
Yeah.
because I really enjoyed his last offering in Recess. For the most part, anyway. Recess was kind of half good and half bad, which is okay for an album, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can't really. It's hard for me to think like offer up music tastes of my own because like lately all I've been listening to is like the Mother
Soundtracks.
3 soundtrack. Yeah. Like, cause it's like, it's not that I don't listen to like quote unquote conventional music, but it's just been, I just haven't listened to much other than BGM lately.
Yeah.
This is actually a really hard platforming section, Maiku, so if you
Yes,
get frustrated, that
It
is
looks incredibly
okay.
difficult.
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult. And the only
It's probably
album
the
I'm really
hard-
looking forward to is the new album by Barry Gibb that's coming out in a couple of months.
Oh, interesting.
I've definitely been a little bit like yourself, Lily, in that I've only been listening to soundtracks lately. Like, I've been really loving like some separate anime soundtracks, especially
yeah.
because the Kill la Kill soundtrack was incredible. That was also my phone ringtone.
Which is not the Imperial March, I noticed.
Well, the thing is that I've got a different song for each person. So the Imperial March is for my mother.
So you're saying your mom is Darth Vader?
Yes.
Okay.
I think part of the problem also for me is it's really hard to get attached to a particular band or artist. Like, normally what I do is I'll kind of float through a lot of songs, and I'll get attached to a certain song and I'll listen to it a lot. But there are very few times where I consistently listen to somebody or someone in particular, their work.
I get really, really attached to artists on the other hand, especially the separate little, like, indie musicians that I listen to. Especially some of my friends and Odd Monsters. Like, I absolutely love the fuck out of their music, and I'll listen to, like, everything they've got.
I listen to a lot of K391, who's an indie electronic artist.
Yeah.
He does a lot of good stuff. Like, it's hard to really describe it other than the
Okay.
same,
Oh,
like synthy and electronic, but
I was
it's
at the mini
good.
boss and I died at the mini boss. How about that? That is
No.
so typical.
So, the mini-boss, what you want to do is you want to just stay at the bottom of the screen and not go up, like, the walls or anything. Don't do anything crazy because it'll hurt you. If you just, like, stay in, like, his blind spot, you'll be fine. And just go at him with the invincibility frames on your kicks, and you'll be fine. But, yeah, I love indie musicians. I love, like, Casey Lalonde, Alex, Whitetail, frickin'...
Kind of getting into, some 80s R&B stuff. I mean, I actually been looking at $5 albums on Amazon. I got like the best of the Pointer Sisters.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
The only place I've been buying music from lately has been Bandcamp, and that's it. Just because Bandcamp is just like an amazing little service.
Bandcamp is a really good service, yeah.
I need to go and create some more music things.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
We could collaborate.
Yeah, we still gotta talked with Nate the Hermit about doing a cover Still Alive that we had thought about a few months
Ooh.
prior.
I'm still thinking about that. That could be really
And,
freaking
you know,
interesting.
and now that I got like a new microphone, maybe I can get my vocals to sound better. Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking into buying a new microphone actually, because right now my last headset busted, so basically all I have is my built-in lappy mic. So I'm looking into getting a Snowball.
Well,
But
I've got a
basically have
Yeti
no
right now.
cash. Yeah, I've heard the Yeti's really good, but it's way out of my price range.
Yeah.
I've been looking into trying making some music myself. I got recommended LMMS by a friend.
Probably not a good one.
It's freeware, so it's fair enough to not be amazing, but it's easy enough to tool around with. It's just very difficult for me to sit down and make something.
I suppose. Ugh.
I mean, I also have Live 9 for what it's worth, but that was like a
That's probably better, honestly.
impulse purchase. I haven't spent too much time with it.
That is probably your better music software at the moment.
Mm.
Built-in headphone mic. I've got this old crappy Logitech mic that I've been using for forever. It's like $100 on Amazon, but I bought it for like $20 at just a store. I'm definitely looking into getting something else though, because I definitely need to upgrade my stuff at this point, especially with how professional I've been wanting to make my videos.
Mm-hmm.
And my audio is just flagging in the meantime.
The same thing's happened to me, yeah.
I'm just looking at like these $100 mics on Amazon and being like, oh, the want in my heart. My heart will go on.
Near, far, wherever you are. You know, I don't know why I even sang that, because I hate that song. I hate the fact that it was overplayed so much that my sisters got the Titanic soundtrack and played it non-stop, and
Those songs that you get overplayed and you just hate the fuck out of them.
yeah.
It's especially unfortunate when you actually like the artists themselves.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like with Adele's like Hello, like I definitely hate that song at this point after how overplayed it was, but I like Adele. She's nice. Seems nice.
Yeah, I got 25, the new album, and I like Send My Love to Your New Lover and River Lee. Those are some pretty awesome songs. I'm being chased by cyclists.
The mic that I've basically chosen for like a dream kind of mic whip, who's talking about mic stuff in chat, is actually the AT2020 from Audio Technica, I believe. Yeah. Let me go ahead and link this in chat. And I've just got it listed on my wish list, so whenever I get a landfall of money or whenever one of my family wants to buy it for me for Christmas or whatever.
Or if I buy it for you.
I hope not. It's an expensive item.
Listen, Micah, there's only so many good things you can do before it just becomes awful.
Well, gee, thanks, Lily.
But there's a balance in the force, Maiku. You cannot do too much good, or you will cause too much bad.
Yeah, you're gonna buy Bwarch like $100 microphone, and then like he's gonna get hit by a landslide.
Well, hopefully it's a landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh my god, Maiku, your references.
Yes, I know, I'm old.
You said it, not me.
Newsflash.
Yeah,
Sergeant Whip is talking about how the Rooster Teeth crew actually used the microphone that I linked. I also know that Tech Syndicate, a really, really huge like tech reviewer, also uses it. He's the one who I got the recommendation from. He did a hilarious video series where he just like bagged on like gaming headsets like a ton because they're awful and they have horrible parts, and you should always buy separate equipment instead of a gaming headset. And I was just really happy with that because bad hardware like needs to be called out.
Yeah.
Constantly. Because you see all these guys just walking around with like Turtle Beach headsets and whatnot, and it's like, you know that's a horrible piece of hardware, right? You like overpaid a lot. Like a lot. Whip doesn't personally like using USB mics. The problem is that I gotta use a USB mic because otherwise I have to buy an interface at the same time, and an interface in and of itself is $50. So freaking
Right, yeah. I have a lot of friends that use wireless USB headsets. Actually,
they're probably bad, really bad.
Oh, I gotta defeat 99 ninjas. Oh no! How am I gonna do this? How will I do this? How? How?
Oh, that's a very, very fun battle that you're in. It's actually probably one of my favorite freaking, like, ludicrous fights.
Oh no! My motorcycle has been destroyed!
Gotta be moving more than that, Maiku. Gotta be dodging.
I
Gotta be working.
I know! Come on! God damn it! Get out the fuck out of my way, man! Oh!
Being mobbed by ninjas.
Yes, I am being mobbed by ninjas. Well, at least I'm getting some health pickups! Oh no! God damn it! I'm gonna die! Damn it! I died! And I had 2 more to go!
So there's this button on the motorcycle that makes it like boost, and you want to be using that a lot because just running through like the ninjas with the motorcycle can like be really beneficial. If you just go around in like circles, that's usually like the best way to take those guys on.
Oh god, here we go.
I mean, I'm Being Mobbed by Ninjas is a pretty good song name. Or just Mobbed by Ninjas.
Is that going to be your first single, Lily?
My first single, Mobbed by Ninjas. It's not really an actual song, it's just the actual recording of me being mobbed by actual ninjas.
How do you feel about milk, Maiku?
What about
Just
milk?
out of curiosity.
I like
Dig it?
milk. I enjoy dairy products.
Awesome.
Good to know.
Yeah, let me guess, you got your little DQ treat, didn't you? Didn't
No.
you? Didn't you?
No,
Didn't
not
you?
yet.
Didn't
Not yet.
I don't think
yet.
he's gotten to get the door yet.
I was just asking because, you know, I got this song idea floating around my head, and if you, like, sang on that, I think that would be amazing. And it's a love of milk song. Praising milk for all its glorious majesty.
I love calcium.
Get a little bit of country twang in there, my crew. That's bad stuff, man.
My crew.
My Crew Wadaharu.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call our band name. My crew.
My crew.
And I'm fighting Spade.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, there's still in progress a DLC expansion to Freedom Planet where you'll actually be able to play as Spade.
Oh.
So one can assume that he'll have some of the same moves that he's showing off in this boss fight, and that could be pretty fun to play.
Maiku Skeeto.
I also, there's also going to be a Torque in that same DLC expansion.
I hope so. I'd like to play as Torque. See what Torque's story is.
Although it's kind of weird because, I mean, like, they said that they were working on that DLC expansion, and then they also announced Freedom Planet 2, and it's like, Wait, okay. Are you working on them at the
Which
same
one are you working on?
time? Which one are you
What is
working
the
on?
truth?
It's like, you know, Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Well, to be fair, the people who make... Doesn't EA make Assassin's Creed?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Well, they're a large company, and I'm sure they have many more people to work on games
Yes.
than Freedom Planet does.
Freedom Planet is probably a team of 10, and then Ubisoft is like hundreds and hundreds of people working on the games. To the point to where they have no creativity whatsoever. Shots fired! No, shots not actually fired. Nobody likes Ubisoft these days. Except for
Yeah.
their Rayman stuff. They've actually been doing decent at like their platforming games. Like their actual platforming games.
Yeah, well,
Like-
what was the last... Wasn't it Rayman Origins? Was that the newest one?
Nope, Legends.
Legends, that's right.
So Legends I liked for the most part, but they added in a couple of things that I did not like. And they had some dumb fucking bullshit at the same time. Like, so one of the things that they added in Legends is that you have, like, the Lumas, right? And they act as the currency in the game. And you actually
Right.
unlock, like, costumes based on how much currency that you've gotten in the entire game. The thing is that they added in, like, this farm for currency that if you go to it day by day, you get more currency.
Oh, no.
In-
So it's like an iOS game.
Yes, it's like a paid game, and like the costume that like costs like the most is like 1,000,000 lums, and in order to get that, you've got to like freaking milk the game for all it's worth as far as the currency that it has. Like, I unlocked like all of the costumes in Rayman Origin. I did not even try to unlock all of the costumes in Rayman Legends because they were so ludicrously dumb to unlock.
Mm.
And they also, like, introduced a mechanic that I really didn't like called Murphy, where you had to, like, tilt the Wii U pad to actually, like, tilt the level, and it was really, really dumb, and I hated it, and it reminded me of, like, waggle mechanics from the Wii, which I hated. So Rayman Legends, like, the actual levels are great, but it has some things that I really didn't like compared to just Origins, because Origins is a perfect game in my
Spade
opinion.
would stay in one place so I could actually hit him. Stop moving around, Spade.
Ubisoft
God,
makes
Spade.
Rayman. They made Gone Home and Grow Home as of late. Ubisoft also made Child of Light.
Oh, I remember that.
And of course, Assassin's Creed is their biggest export, as it were.
Let's not
At the
forget
very
about
least, they
Splinter Cell.
I guess.
What?
I'm kidding, I've never played it. You can go ahead and like it, Maiku.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh wow!
It's better than me having played it and dislike it. I just don't have an opinion on that one.
Oh man, that actually makes me sad. Oh my god, I'm so sad.
But it should make you less sad than me having played it and hated it.
I mean, come on, frickin' Sam Fisher of all. Oh my! Wow! I am in shock. I am in absolute shock, Bwarch.
You mean boring male protagonist number 47?
He's not boring.
He looks boring.
He's a Navy SEAL.
Oh, you sound very boring.
You're not selling it well.
Skip's favorite game is Minecraft Night. That I can definitely respect because Minecraft is a fucking amazing game with like a shit ton of support at this point.
Bullshit.
I feel like people are very divided on Minecraft.
I feel like people are only divided because of the popularity.
And not necessarily. I feel like I'm one of many people who just kind of got tired of it after it super blew up. Like, I still respect and enjoy the game when I feel like playing it, but I feel like actually people that I've spoken to that don't like it feel that more so a lot of the newer changes feel kind of arbitrary, and that's where they're just like comes from. And like, I actually really enjoy that they updated the combat, because that was my major complaint with that game, is that there isn't any depth.
A lot of people are hating the changes because they're big, huge changes, but they're very beneficial, honestly.
They're very good for the game. Like, the direction that it has been taking recently, it is very good for that purpose.
I mean, like, they fixed boats. They fixed motherfucking boats! After them being broken for years and years, they finally fixed boats, and they're amazing now! Mm-hmm. Have you ridden in a boat lately? They're amazing to control.
I still need to try that.
Skips in frickin' the chat sums it up perfectly. The combat is so much better, it takes actual skill instead of spam clicking. Yes. Like, they come up with a really, really good system for disencouraging spam clicking.
Come on.
Good luck, Maiku. I would love to play with Minecraft with you sometime, Skips.
We should all get on a server. I enjoy playing with friends a lot more than on my own. Sad.
Paper Mario: 1,000 Year Door is a game that Lunatic often thinks about when talking about favorite games.
That game is fantastic.
1,000 Year Door is pretty great. Like, I'm not a fan of like turn-based art games. Like, I really hate like turn-based systems, but 1,000 Year Door at least like mixed it up a little bit with the action commands. Like,
the Paper Mario series has always been good at that, yeah.
It's not like it's not perfect at it, but the action commands did in fact like make it a little bit better. But I do appreciate like the art style of 1,000 Year Door. I appreciate the humor. The story is amazing. It's just that the combat I think could be a little bit better.
The problem with Paper Mario's combat is that it's very
simple.
Not necessarily. Well, in a way, yes. And I feel like the game gives you lots of options, but it has balance issues because there are always certain options that are basically always going to be better. Like, I beat Paper Mario today, and I've been playing that for a while, like the first one. Mm-hmm. And once I got the Power Bounce badge and I upgraded Goombario so I could multi-bonk, that was all I did for basically the rest of the game. And it's just, it's sad because there are so many options and so many interesting things you can do, but the way the game is built, it's almost unbeneficial to use them.
In 1,000 Year Door, I mean, like, you basically just want to use, like, the newest companion that you've gotten, because each of them are just better in comparison completely.
Right, and I feel like that's
How many times did you use Goombella? How many times?
That's where a lot of the game's issues lie, I think. Like, they're interesting, beautiful games, and they just fail in the combat area because not because the combat system is bad, but because they didn't build it in a way that keeps it interesting for long enough.
Systems. They didn't really iterate on the systems enough, really.
Basically.
But at the same time, it's Nintendo and they wanted it to be simple. So I think, I mean, like, they just made what they wanted to make.
Yeah, I still think they're really good, respectable games anyway. I just feel like they could be better, and it's a little bit sad that they aren't.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of...
And they are the best that we're going to be getting at this point, I think.
Right.
Finally
with Color Splash coming out. Congratulations.
Yay, I feel the power.
1,000 Year Door is pretty damn fun. I love Super Paper Mario as well. Like, Super Paper Mario, like, it as well kind of has the problem of, like, combat in general being pretty simple. But the story is just amazing.
I've heard that the story is very good, but it's also very fanfiction-y.
I mean, like, that's Paper Mario in general.
I guess so.
Cutscene.
I haven't played it yet. I'm playing them in order right now, so...
When Maiku says cutscene, he's got a cutscene and he wants us to be quiet.
You're right. We need your help. Our friends are in trouble.
I'm supposed to care why?
Kidnapped them is the one who killed your father. Face it, Buster. We're the only lead you've got.
Okay. Cutscene's over.
Cool.
Cool.
Lily,
Yes. Hello.
you hear at all about the the Paper Mario texture pack that somebody is working on?
I have not. It sounds interesting.
Let me go ahead and link you this because this is absolutely incredible. Somebody is going over the first Paper Mario and making it like incredible.
Really?
So I've
Like
got
as a patch?
as like an emulator thing that you can do.
Interesting.
Man, the graphics here are confusing me. I keep thinking I'm right above a ceiling, but no, it's just background.
Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, check this out that I'm dropping in chat.
Oh, Skips, I'm going to read that fan fiction aloud when you
I'm
finish
afraid.
it. I will
They're
read
basically
it.
making the game look as good as Thousand Year Door looks.
Would it be playable on an actual N64?
I don't think so. I think it's just going to be an emulator thing.
That's
Yes,
fair.
yes, Skips. Yes, I will. I will indeed.
But yeah, New Paper Mario is the title of the project, and
Oh, this looks really good.
it is going to be amazing once it actually comes out. They have been working on it for a long, long time, and it's a lot of work to reskin like an entire game.
And I imagine there's a lot of effort involved, considering how large of a game it is.
And I mean, like, just how amazing their texture work is. I mean, like, this is Thousand Year Door level.
Hmm. Well, it's definitely in that style, yeah. Very gradienty.
Gradienty.
Do you have a better word?
No, I enjoy gradienty.
Gradienty.
But yeah, I beat 2 stages tonight, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here for tonight.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
Okie doke.
yeah, really, it's almost
right.
an hour and a half. Anyway, Lily, thank you very much for being a part of the stream tonight. I appreciate it.
Sure, I'd love to be on more often.
Hopefully we've helped raise enough money to help your friend.
Yeah, I appreciate that a ton.
Yeah, and Bwarch, as always, I always appreciate when you come by, so I thank you for that.
Absolutely, anytime.
Alright, anyway, that's going to do it for me, and I thank you very much. Hopefully we get to do this again next week. And, take care, and remember that there's somebody out there that cares about you no matter what.
Later, everybody.
See you guys.